Hey guys, it's Gareth. Well, if you're like me, I love technology. I love smartphones and things like that. I love to think about the future of where this tech will take us. And if you're like me and you like technology, today is a very sad day because LG, Life is Good, have announced that they're removing their smartphone division from the company, which means they will no longer make an LG smartphone ever again, apparently. I'm going to tell you why this is terrible news, even though you might not own an LG phone. But before we do that, guys, my name is Gareth. This is my cat Brittany, and of course, welcome to the studio. We do daily videos in this place talking about absolutely everything: unboxings, world news, technology news, of course. Now we have two different YouTube channels, Channel 1 and Channel 2. You're watching this right now on Channel 2. 2 has the 2 and 1 has the 1. So let's just get straight into it. This is terrible news because even though if you've never bought a smartphone from LG, if let's say you're a Samsung or Apple, it's very bad news. Now the reason is LG have been a leader when it came to making unusual, interesting technology on smartphones. They've put a lot of weird tech into their smartphones over the years, and they've done a lot of firsts. For example, the phones that we use today, for example, this is my iPhone 11 Pro Max. You see how it has 3 cameras on the actual back? LG were apparently the first company, I believe, to put more than 1 camera on the back. They started putting 2 and then 3 and maybe 4, I don't know. But yeah, companies like Apple and Samsung, others I guess as well, have started copying things that LG have been doing. Now, a lot of the products that LG have made haven't always hit the nail on the head for consumers for whatever reason. For better or for worse, they've made a lot of interesting phones. You're like, oh, that's interesting. But when you actually use it, it's not the best. We're going to read an article and talk to you guys what I mean regarding that. But a very interesting situation. Quick look on Wikipedia page right now. We're scrolling up and down, but this is a list of the LG mobile phones that LG have made. So we're going to scroll down again, and if this makes you motion sick, focus on my face. Now, if it doesn't make you motion sick, look to the left of the screen, and all of those little numbers represent LG's mobile phones that they've actually made over the years. Now, this is an absolutely huge list. Terrible list. Sorry, this is a great list, but this is terrible news that they're actually removing this division. It's going to affect every one of us. The less competition there is, the less reason for Apple and Samsung to actually innovate. If there's less people in the market trying to get your money, then there's less reason for them to make things good for you. Terrible news for today, but it is what it is. Now, there's a bit of an article on theverge.com. We'll read that for you guys right now. You okay, Brittany? I'm going to give you a nice little pat. All right, good girl. Don't forget to ring the bell, Brittany, and subscribe. You beauty. Okay, LG is quitting the smartphone business. So we're going to show you some of their amazing phones in a second, and do a bit more of why this can actually affect you, even though you may not own the phone. Now, LG is exiting the smartphone business, the company confirmed today. The decision will enable the company to focus resources in growth areas such as electric vehicles, components, connected devices, smart homes, robotics, artificial intelligence, and business-to-business solutions. Well, they're not obviously sitting on their arse, are they? They're actually pretty busy, as well as platforms and services, LG said in a statement. Now, existing phones will remain on sale, and LG says that it will continue to support its products for a period of time, which will vary by region. Now, if you're the kind of person who's already bought an LG phone, this is terrible news for you, because that means future updates to your phone will at some point, probably soon, be non-existent. So the latest features for this and latest features for that will no longer happen for your phone at some point. If you're someone interested in buying yourself a phone, and it happens to have the brand LG on it, I don't suggest doing that, because once again, future updates will not be there for your phone. So that's not something you're going to want. So existing phones will remain on sale. You know my opinion on that one. And LG says it will continue to support its products for a period of time, which will vary by region. So depending where you live, if you live in India, you may get less updates than someone living in America, or I'm just picking two different countries. Don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. That's why I'm not a singer, everybody. So existing smartphones will remain on sale, and LG says it will continue to support its products, but we don't know for how long, for a period of time which will vary by region. Now, the company hasn't said anything about possible layoffs, except that details related to employment will be determined at the local level. LG says it expects to have completed the business closure by the end of July this year. So, I mean, we're currently talking about this in April. It's not long now, as you guys can see. The move has been rumored for several months following the division's huge losses over the past 5 years. That does suck. That is not good. Once considered a rival to fellow South Korean manufacturer Samsung, LG's recent high-end mobile phones have struggled to compete, while its more affordable handsets have faced stiff competition from Chinese rivals, Huawei. The company had previously said it hoped to make its smartphone division profitable by 2021. That's not happening now, obviously. Today's news means LG's long-teased rollable phone is unlikely to ever see the light of day. Terrible news. They were a kind of a leader, as we've said, in amazing, interesting, weird tech. Wow. Anyway, the last time the company showed off the device was back this year. I'll tell you, we're going to look at that in a second. So the last time the company showed off the device was back at this year's virtual CES, which the company insisted that the device was real and that would be launching later this year. What does the actual thing look like? That's not it. Where is it? This is what it looks like. Is that the one? I don't know. Well, we'll try and find it for you later. Anyway, reports that LG has been considering exiting smartphones have been around since at least the beginning of this year, although the company spokesperson branded an early report about the company's potential exit from the smartphone business completely false and without merit. An LG official later confirmed to the Korean Herald that the company had to make a cold judgment about the division. Potential measures could include sale withdrawal and downsizing of the smartphone business, the officials said at the time. Obviously, now we know it's completely going. In March, reports emerged that the company had tried to find a buyer of its smartphone business, but the talks had stalled, and it could instead shut down the division. It would make sense for someone like Apple or Samsung or Huawei to buy out their share in the smartphone business, the people that they employ, the technology that they own, the patents that they own. It would make sense for one of them companies or all of them companies to bid, and one of them to get it. Otherwise, there's just a huge division of amazing technology which no one's touching anymore. Not good. So hopefully someone buys the information and the company, this side of the company from LG. It has lost shares to rivals LG. As it lost shares to rivals, LG released a series of eye-catching devices with unusual form factor. There was the LG Wing. Where's the LG Wing? I had it before. Where is the LG Wing? Is this the LG Wing? Oh God, this is unprofessional. We'll show you these ones in a second. I've got them all here waiting for you guys. One was the LG Wing, whose main display rotated to reveal a smaller secondary screen beneath it. What the hell? Or its recent dual screen device. LG also tried its hand at a modular smartphone with the LG G5, only to abandon the initiative a year later. Unfortunately for LG, none of these features, were useful enough to turn the phone into mainstream hits. And meanwhile, the company's more traditional handsets fell behind their rivals in core areas like camera performance. So here's some of the, it's giving us a bloody black display. Here's some of the phones that they've been showing us in recent time. This was a really popular phone, apparently. Did you guys have these phones? Let me know in the comments down below. This is a really interesting one. Apparently, this was a dual display. Awesome looking phone. Now this one was the LG Wing, and when it changes to a better picture, that's as good as we're getting. That's the phone that actually swings open and closed. And yeah, I mean, there were leaders in unusual tech, and it sucks for us because the competition is not there anymore, which means Samsung, Apple, and whoever else can kind of, go to sleep at the wheel a little bit now. They don't need to be as innovative anymore because there is less people building these phones. And now, of course, Huawei, a Chinese company, it was famous when Donald Trump was in office because Huawei was actually removed from the Western markets at fears that the Chinese government could be spying on us Westerners and trying to get information inside the government of the world. I guess I don't think the Chinese people were really interested in what you had for dinner last night, and I don't think they were interested in spying you on when you're on the toilet. But the tech could have been used to actually spy on important information in secretive areas. So yeah, Donald Trump and his government actually ended up banning this company from selling their phones in America. And of course, their 5G, they're actually trying to sell the 5G network and roll it out to areas around the world, England, America, and Australia. It looks like that's not happening anymore. Rightly or wrongly, it is what it is. But yeah, look, that's LG's little smartphone division area. And take a look at LG's area of what they do. They do TVs, rollable QLED TV, my goodness, home audio, smart sound bars, smart speakers, home appliances, washing machines, fridges, mobiles. Obviously, they're not going to be doing that anymore. Computer products, air conditioning, solar panels. Look, the company's absolutely huge, and I think, what do I know? But I think they've made the wrong decision for themselves. They've made a huge amount of phones. They've got their foot well and truly in the door, and to take their foot out of the door means that's it. The door is completely closed on that division. I think they shouldn't have done this, but it is terrible news for us in the whole world, whether you have an LG phone or not, because it's not going to lead to innovation throughout the different companies, and we're going to over time we will probably see less features in our phone now because LG's gone. Anyway, really interesting video. What do you guys think? Do you have an LG phone? What do you think regarding the competition getting snipped? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Of course, regarding YouTube, there's channel 1, channel 2, 2 as the 2, 1 as the 1. Tall Boy Gareth, where are we? Tall Boy Gareth on, those social medias. Guys, I will see you for tomorrow's video. Peace out, everybody. Bye.